Hi everyone, welcome to Glow's Kinder Kitchen, and I'm Glow. Well, today I wanted to share a recipe with you that I have made over the years, and it is delicious, and this is the perfect time of year to do it. And it's called Date Pecan Tea Bread. And this is out of my 2001 Taste of Home. If you ever run across these type of cookbooks, by all means, if you can, get a couple because they have wonderful recipes in them. And they're recipes that have been submitted by people all over. And this particular one, it was Carol, and her last name, or her first name has an E on the end of it, Resnick, and she was from Cleveland, Ohio. And this is just a delicious recipe. And it has dates and pecans in it, like its title. And I just wanted to share first of all about dates. Dates date back to over 4,000 BC. They're considered one of the oldest fruits that we have on Earth. And they're very, very healthy. I wanted to show you, in case you didn't know what they look like, this is a date. This one, you know, I bought in a canister, and see how pliable it is?
Oh yeah, ours don't date back that far.
No, they don't. But what I did is I chopped up 2.5 cups of them. So here's like
they are
small
good.
pieces here.
They are good. Delicious.
Yeah, they're delicious.
They're good for you too.
Mm-hmm. So I went ahead and got all the ingredients ready for this recipe, and we'll go through it. It calls for 2.5 cups of dates, which I chopped like that.
Okay.
And it calls for, we're going to go ahead and get started with this part because this has to soak, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So I sprinkle that over this, right over your dates. This is 1/2 teaspoon, so 3 of them to make 1.5 teaspoons. And then I'm just going to pour this boiling water that I just got done boiling and pour that over the top of this.
How much water is that, Miss Paul?
1.5 cups.
Oh, okay.
Good question. I'm going to get a spoon here just to press this down. So all gets in there. So this is going to go ahead and set here while we get the rest of the ingredients going. I'm going to move this out of the way so we have more room. And it calls for 1 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, and I went ahead and I measured that out. It calls for 4 different spices. There's 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 of a teaspoon of clove, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I also add a little bit of salt to it. The original recipe over here doesn't have that, but I did go ahead and just add a little bit. So I could actually just use this little measuring spoon to stir this up. There we go. Just starts to get everything combined well. So this here is used for a cream cheese spread that you spread on this bread when it's done on each slice. Unfortunately, I don't have any cream cheese on hand, but I will buy some tomorrow. But I did reserve 2 of these to make with that, as well as pecans. And what you do with that is you combine that with 3 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of the chopped dates, which this is, and then you have 2 tablespoons of the chopped pecans, which is here, and then 1 tablespoon of milk, and you combine all of it together. And then you refrigerate it for at least an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and set that over here. Today, though, it'll be delicious with butter as well. Both ways, it's great. So in this bowl here, I'm going to combine my sugar, which is, let me see how much sugar I have here, 1 1/4 cups. And just 2 tablespoons of softened butter. So it says to mix that together. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just supposed to cream it. So I'm going to just do this on low. So I'm going to cream this and I'll be right back.
Okay, Miss Flo.
Well, I got this all combined real nice. Look how nice and light and fluffy that looks.
Looks good, Miss Flo.
Yeah, it only took about a minute. So then it calls for 1 egg, which I went ahead and cracked. And I'm going to just put that right in there. And it also calls, the original recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm going to go ahead and put that in, but I'm also going to put in some orange extract. I find for myself and our family at least that we enjoy some orange extract and stuff like this. So that's just shy of a teaspoon. But either way is delicious. So now we're going to blend this. See how easily that gets combined?
Yes.
Well, you can really smell that orange. There we go. So the next step is we're going to be adding our flour mixture that has the seasonings in it, along with the dates. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of this. This is the flour mixture. And I'm going to blend that together. And then I'm going to be adding some of the date mixture, and I think I'm going to, actually I can use this spatula that I used for the butter. And you put the water and everything in it. You want to make sure this is on low.
Yes, I can feel it over here.
So I'm going to go ahead and add some more of the flour. Some more of the dates. Oh, it smells so good with those spices in there too. Oh, that smells yummy. So now I'm going to add a little bit more of the flour. I'm going to continue to add this, so you guys don't need to watch this part, but I'll be back and then we're going to be adding one more ingredient. Well, I got everything combined here as far as the dates and the flour. Doesn't that look yummy?
Looking good, Miss Flo.
Yeah, smells wonderful. So now here are the pecans. There are it's 1.5 cups of pecans, if I recall it. Yeah, 1.5 cups of coarsely chopped pecans. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in here. I toasted them. It doesn't say to, but I find that when I toast my pecans or nuts in dishes like this, it just adds that much more flavor and brings out the flavor of those pecans. So now we're just gonna stir this together. I went ahead and greased my pan here. It's a 9x5 loaf pan, and I used the baking spray for this. But look at this, you guys.
Shaping up.
Well, it smells so good too. So now all we have to do is pour this into this pan. I've got my oven already preheating. And it needs to bake for 65 to 75 minutes. So I'll be checking this, you know, starting probably about 55 minutes.
On what heat?
It says 350 degrees. I'll be turning mine down just a little, like 10 to 15 degrees lower, because I'm baking in a glass pan.
Right.
So let me just finish getting all this out of here. Hate to waste, especially the price of food.
We won't waste it all.
I was going to mention too, when you're in the store and you're looking for dates, you're going to find some that are have sugar added to them. If they're diced, don't get those. Get the ones that are the whole ones, like I showed you here, and chop them yourself, because these do not have any added sugar to them. And a trick to chop these up, because they will make your knife kind of sticky. If you take some of that sugar that you're going to add to your recipe and sprinkle that over your dates as you're chopping them, then your dates will not stick to your knife. So that's just a little trick.
Good little tip.
So now I'm just going to scrape my spatula. There we go. Now we're going to pop it in the oven, and it'll be there anywhere from 65 to 75 minutes probably. So anyway, I'll see you back in a little over an hour. Well, look at this, you guys. I just took it out of the oven. My oven, it took 72 minutes. So, but I did reduce my temperature by about 10 degrees because of a glass pan. But I gotta tell you, it smells so good.
It does.
And now it needs to rest for 10 minutes before I remove it from the pan. But I decided that I am going to wait until tomorrow to taste this with you guys, because I want to do the cream cheese mixture for you. That's the way Carol did it originally, and I think I need to follow suit with that. So I'll see you tomorrow night, and we're going to taste test this together. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Hi. Well, it's been 10 minutes, and so after the 10 minutes, the recipe from Carol says to remove it from the pan. So I did that. Look at that, you guys. It came out so nicely.
Yep.
So after I removed it from the pan, what I did is I have another rack that's the same size. So I put that on the bottom, and I flipped it so that the top is up. And now it's going to completely cool. And like I said, tomorrow I will make that cream cheese spread, and that's when we're going to sample it together.
Nice flip, Miss Glow.
Yep. So anyway, I'll see you tomorrow night.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Well, it's the next day, and I was able to go to the store and get some cream cheese. And so I wanted to make this cream cheese spread with you guys, and then we're going to try it on the bread. Last night, I need to share with you that we couldn't wait, because we both really like this bread. So you can tell that we've already been into it. It's delicious with butter on it, too. But let's go ahead and mix this up. And then I'm going to try it with the cream cheese for all of us. So I have, it's about 3 ounces of cream cheese here, and I'm mixing it up with 1 tablespoon of milk, and I use whole milk. That's what I usually purchase. So what I'm doing is just combining it pretty good here, getting it all mixed in. Now I'm going to add, I chopped up, it calls for 2 tablespoons of dates that are chopped, and I cut them up pretty fine, see? And I did the same with the nuts.
Pretty fine, pretty fine.
Finer than I did for the bread, that's for sure. So I'm going to just start to mix this up a little. You're supposed to chill this for an hour after you make it before you use it, but we're not going to wait for that. I'm going to go ahead and try it with us. And then the nuts the same. See? I'll get a couple more.
See that, Miss Glow.
So this one's kind of big, but
yeah, I see that. Yep, good.
So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. Just mix this up. How easy is that?
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah, that looks great. And I imagine you could add some of the spice. I just thought about this as I was doing this, but you could add like nutmeg and cinnamon and clove and ginger, which are in this bread, in this as well. And I bet you that would be dynamite. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take a piece of this, like that. Plate right here. And I'm going to spread some of this on here. Half of this will be for Richard. Well,
yeah, but it was so good last night we each had 2 pieces.
Shh, shouldn't have told him that.
And that was just with butter.
It's really good. This is an excellent recipe and pretty healthy actually. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. And see how this bread is? You can see some of the dates in it still. And the nuts. Oh, it's so good, you guys.
It is. And the outer edge is crusty.
Yeah, it is.
Crunchy, I mean.
Mm-hmm. With lots of flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and take a bite. See how that is, you guys?
Put a close up here.
Yeah.
That's pretty close.
It is good.
Do you like the cream cheese better or the butter?
I actually think I would like the cream cheese. The cream cheese is delicious, don't get me wrong. But I think if I put a little cinnamon and the nutmeg and the ginger and the clove in this, it would even just up it more. It's good though.
I'll have to try that.
That is really good. It's a great treat for this time of year with fall starting. Oh, that's so good. Anyway, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to our channel. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Give me a like, comment. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.